Hey, what's up, guys? So one of the questions I often get is, what do I do if I'm not good at sales or I have no sales experience? How can I land clients for my lead gen sites? And so we have a very unique way of landing clients, and you hardly need any sales skills, and that is to provide results in advance. So let me explain to you quickly what we mean by that. So first, we have you build the lead gen site out first, okay? So if we search tree service Grand Rapids, my lead gen site comes up at the top, okay? And these are the sites, the digital property, and the phone number that you own 100%. This is under your control, right? So we can go to the site here. This is one of my lead gen sites that makes me $2,000 a month, okay? And to prove to you that this is mine, we can scroll to the bottom and see by ePay leads, okay? Once you have the lead gen site set up, you're gonna start generating all these different phone calls that's gonna come in, okay? And we can listen to some of these calls here.
Yeah, my name is John Anderson, and I want an estimate on a tree to be cut or trimmed.
Okay, what's the address, John?
Okay, so when you got all these leads coming in on a daily basis, and all these leads are generated with free traffic, you can send these leads for free to any business owner in the area to earn their trust before you even speak to them, okay? So if you go to more places, you will see all these companies at the bottom of the rankings that have some of them, you can pick some of the companies that have like good reviews, but you know, they don't have a dominant website, which we teach you how to build. And every time my client picks up the phone, right before the customer begins talking, we have a whisper message that'll tell my client, this lead was sent to you by ePay, in a quick robotic voice right before the customer begins talking. So let me show you what I mean by that. We can go to tree service Grand Rapids. I have a couple tracking phone number for this client, so we can go to any one of these and go to the whisper message, and this is what it says to the client right before the customer begins talking every time I make their phones ring. So let's say you start sending leads to maybe a company down here, and every time they pick up the phone, it starts saying this lead was sent to you by ePay, or obviously in your name. All of a sudden, you know, these guys are going to wonder, hey, who the hell is this guy named ePay? And he's sending me real leads. Then you can listen in onto the call and see that this new prospect has been getting real leads, and you just call them up 2-3 days later and say, hey, look, have you been noticing those leads? This is ePay. And by that time, they're like super eager to talk to you. They're like, yeah, we've noticed those leads. I was wondering who was sending me those leads. And now they're going to be pretty desperate and trying to do whatever it takes to keep those leads coming in. Then the conversation goes really smoothly. You hardly don't need any sales or convincing or influence skills at all, because the business owner already knows that you're the real deal, that you already got the results that they are after. So it's just a matter of striking a deal. Some of our students charge by the lead. Some students will try to already close on a flat fee monthly deal. What I like to do is I like to just simply say, hey, look, I'll keep sending you these leads. Just pay me 10% on what you close. So if, this is like me pretty much taking all the risks off their shoulders, all the worry of like talking to somebody brand new from the internet and not being able to trust them, because trust is the biggest issue when talking to these small business owners. But if you're already sending leads, real leads up front, and you just simply tell them 10% of what they close, then they know that, wow, like I only have to pay this guy when I get paid. and you build like a win-win relationship. And you say, hey, listen, I'm looking to blow this thing up. I'm looking to get you more and more leads. As long as you are good at closing, and you might ask for at this time, like, what's their closing ratio, and they'll say, hey, we're pretty good at closing, like we close 3 out of 10 leads or 4 out of 10 leads, because at this point they're trying to earn your business, right? And so you get them talking, and you do it on a trust basis, and it's a great way and an easy way to start the relationship, to get your foot in the door, and because it is all about building that relationship. And so next thing you know, you come across as a marketer that they've never even seen or experienced before. They've never had a marketer reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to send you these free leads to earn your trust, and I'm going to keep sending you these leads, just pay me 10% of what you close. It's like a no-brainer for most of these business owners. And so this is how I landed my client in Grand Rapids Tree Service. Originally he was paying me 10%. I got the site stronger and stronger over time, and eventually he was paying me around $2,000 every month. Once my results got pretty, stable, then I just told him, hey, look, instead of counting all the leads every month, just pay me $2,000. Let's go to a flat fee deal. And at that point, you've already established their trust. You already proven yourself. So it's like, sure, let's just go to $2,000 a month. And you're already kind of like the MVP of their business at that point, and they can't live without you at that point. And what you've done is essentially like Costco's business model, right? Where they have all these free samplers that they're giving out to their customers, and you taste a little bit of the samples for free. You really like the product, the next thing you know, you're buying the whole carton. Providing results in advance is like the heart of what we teach. It's all about giving out value first to build that relationship. And what's great about it is, for some of these clients, they've been paying me for several years now. And some of these clients, I haven't talked to them in like 2-3 years, right? Why? Because every time I generate a lead for them, they get an email copy of these lead report. So at the end of every month, they know very black and white, very clearly how much money that they're making off of my leads. So I let my results do the talking for me. So I don't have to provide any monthly reports or anything like that. They just keep paying me month after month, because I know that my results are there, and my client also knows that as well. So this really allows you to build a very scalable business, because I'm not spending all of my time managing clients, right? I can spend my time building or creating new clients to increase my monthly income instead of just doing things to maintain my income. But yeah, in conclusion, when you are able to build these sites and own all the digital assets and provide results in advance, you have full control, and you can afford to give people free leads to earn their trust before you even talk to them. So that makes you a rare commodity in the marketplace, and it allows you to land deals and land clients and establish their trust before you even utter a single word to them. And another thing that's worth noting here is, generating leads for free is the key, right? Because that allows you to give leads to people for free. If you're trying to land a Facebook ad client or AdWords client, with paid ads, you can't really, afford to do this, right? Because you have to pay for every lead that comes in. So that's another reason why I like this business model over, landing paid Facebook ads client. Because a Facebook ad client, you need to actually land the client first, get their money, get their credit card to be able to run those ads. Because those ads, they don't come cheap. Also with Facebook ad client, as you're still at the mercy of the client. So you can do all that work. You have to do a lot of work to maintain that client, to please them, to provide results, provide reports for them on a monthly basis. And if they ever get unhappy with their performance, they have to have a conversation with you, or they could even decide to fire you. At the very least, you have to do a lot of convincing and a lot of sales skills to be able to land those Facebook ad client, which I don't like to base my business off of my clients. I like to having my own assets and my own digital properties that are paying me month to month instead of relying on my client. All right, thank you.